What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If you are here, you can hear me. Y'all are out there. Please drop a one in the chat. 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 Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly out there, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Just drop a one in the chat real quick, y'all. Okay. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building right now. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to all of y'all. I won't be that long with you guys today, but I have to bring this to you guys today because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on that as citizens, we need to know about. We need to know what's going on. You know, a lot of us live in these inner cities, a lot of us live in these states, and we're just watching our lives pass us by on the television. You know, a lot of us are living through television. A lot of us really don't know what's going on out here. Um, and it's sad because, again, I think Americans are the most unpolitical people. I think for the most part, that's a luxury that we have as Americans too. That a lot of us just depend on our country running itself to the point where we don't sit back and really look at what's going on and see what's going on and even want to know what's going on. A lot of us only begin to care about what's going on or even look to find out when y'all everyday lives are disrupted. Most people only begin to investigate when their everyday lives are disrupted. And I think that's a reaction instead of a response. And I think that with this Trump administration, this new Trump administration, it should teach American people to be more responsive and less reactive. And I think we would be quick to respond instead of react if we understood what was going on. Again, and we've been going in about this. A lot of people are just running with this evil Trump narrative, right? And they can't really tell you what's going on. They're telling you what they heard from somebody who heard from somebody who heard from somebody who heard from somebody else. People are not actually going and reading any articles. They're not reading any House bills. They're not reading, period. They're not reading to understand what's going on. They're just going off of reactionary feeling based off what somebody told them. And as consenting adults, we have to stop behaving like this. We do. There's no reason why we should be behaving like this. It's quite embarrassing as Americans. I'm gonna say that. Because if we're a first world country, if we're so much better than these other countries, and all of these countries look up to us and look to us for certain things, I think even the everyday people like me and you, we should be more politically inclined. We should at least be able to have a civil, simple political discussion. I think that just makes sense as us being American citizens. I just think it makes sense. And today, we're going to pull up the House bill and read this new House bill that has been passed in Mississippi, right? Y'all see today's show, Mississippi's insane plan to hire bounty hunters. There's a lot of people that support the show. There's a lot of people here in this sector of YouTube that's from down south. We got a lot of Southerners in the house. Where my Southerners at in the chat? Where's my Southerners in the chat? Where y'all at, man? And y'all if y'all from the South, drop y'all locations in the chat while I shout you guys out, because I didn't forget to shout you guys out. Okay? So drop where y'all from in the chat. I'm going to shout you guys out, and then we're going to get into the show. We're going to get into the show. Like I said, I won't be that long today, but I definitely need to talk about this. Shout out to the underrated darkness in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute. Shout out to New York Nikki Baby in the building. What's up, New York Nikki Baby? I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down for me. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to the lovely lady mods in the building. Hey, Cynical. Another one of my lovely lady mods on the pull up. How you doing, Sid? Shout out to Bob in the building. What up, Bob? Salute, fam. Salute. What up, Self University? Salute, Self University. Salute, salute, salute. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we are what, 3 for 3 so far on the lovely lady mods? Yep, 3 for 3. Shout out to Scorpio in the building. We 4 for 4. What's up, Scorpio? How you doing? I appreciate you, Scorpio. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building. Hey, Miss L'Oreal, how you doing? One of my lovely lady mods in the building. We are what, 5 for 5? We got 5 of y'all in the building today. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the lovely lady mods, man. I appreciate y'all. What's up, Tanya? How you doing? How you doing, Tanya? What's up, Jasmine Virgo? Mr. Audio says, I'm a veteran who got laid off as a food bank manager. And after 6 months of looking, I just got a job as a juvenile correction officer. Give me advice. I want to do the right thing and be good at it. Shout out to Mr. Adio, man. Shout out to you, man. And congratulations. Congratulations on your new job, brother. And the only advice I'm going to say, because you're working with juveniles, is I'm going to tell you to you got to have patience, and don't let what those what those young men say to you get under your skin. Okay? Don't let what they say to you get you out of pocket. Because as we know, these YNs, that's what y'all like to call it, right? These YNs, a lot of them have very poor attitudes. So you're going to have to deal with their attitudes every day. So just have some patience and understand where their attitude comes from. Their attitude comes from the rap music that they listen to, come from NBA Youngboy. It comes from the drill rap. It comes from Huncho. It comes from YTB Fat. It comes from that. Their attitude comes from the music. So just keep that in mind. That's the advice I'll give you. Keep that in mind. Don't let what they say to you get to you. And understand that you're actually there to help those guys. You're not there to hurt them. So treat them as such. You know? Treat them as such, man. Treat them as such. Don't treat them inhumane, you know? Because you want those kids to come out of juvenile detention as better children and want to grow up and to be a productive adult in society. You don't want them to go from juvenile corrections to state corrections to federal corrections. You see what I'm saying, Mr. ADO? So that's my advice, man. That's my advice. What's up, Jasmine Virgo? How you doing? Sin says, I'm a multi-generational northerner. South Carolina, Mississippi. Oh, so this today's show is perfect for you, Jasmine Virgo. Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out to Mississippi, the Bay Area. Shout out to the Bay. I love the Bay. I can't wait to visit. I just love California. I see why Biggie made the song, I'm going back to Cali. Because I told shout out to my brother Po Boy Films. I told him, I said, yo, bro, the next time I come to Cali, I gotta go to the Bay where you from, bro. I already did Los Angeles. I already did Southern LA. We got to do the Bay now. Shout out to the Bay. Jasmine says, but I live in New York. Okay. Scorpio says, good advice. Yeah, that's my advice for him. You know? What's up, Scott Norris? What's going on, man? Shout out to Scott in the building. What up, Club? Shout out to my man Club in the building. Hey, Tammy Pierce. California isn't California anymore. Well, at least, hey, Tammy, at least I was able to go and see some of California. I love California, man. I just love the way it look. I love the way, like, I'm kind of weird, but when I go places, I kind of like try to taste the air. That's something that I can always remember where I'm at because I remember the air, the way the air smells, and it gives me like a certain taste in my nostrils. I don't know. I may be a little weird. Y'all may call me weird for that. But like when I'm down south in the country, it smells a certain way. And I know that smell. And I'm used to it. I've gotten used to it. You know, just like I know when I'm down south in the city, I know the smell. I know the smell of New York. I know when I'm getting to New York because I know the smell of outside. I know how it smells. Brooklyn has a certain smell. The Bronx has a certain smell. I'm telling y'all, y'all may think that's a little weird, but when I was in California, it had a certain smell. Like, because we hung out in LA, but we slept in Palm Springs. So that's like a different smell because Palm Springs is like the desert. So it's a different smell from the inner city LA. It smells different. You know? What's up, William Jackson? Peace. Ron Hawk in the building. What up, Ron Hawk? Salute, fam. J.O. Money. What's good, fam? Salute to you. Salute. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Y'all see the show. So let's get directly into the article. Let's get directly into this article, man. Because, again, over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we're going to keep the people informed about what's going on during this Trump administration. And I'm not talking about every little thing because you guys are going to have to do some research for yourselves, but certain things that I think will affect the people directly on the ground level, you know, something immediate I like to talk about, especially when it's dealing with education, safety, or health. I'm going to talk about it. Or even finances. I'm going to talk about it. Full Focus in the building. What's good, Full Focus? Not weird at all. I was on the beach in Spain, and that sea salt is a very distinct smell. Yeah, it's stuff like that, Forward Focus. It's stuff like that. Like when I went to St. Thomas during the pandemic, I'll never forget the smell. I'll never forget the smell of St. Thomas. Never. I will never forget that smell. Never. Shout out to Full Focus, man. He said, I'm not weird. New York Nikki says, no, you are right. We're used to breathing in the city smog. Self University says, it's not weird. You're having a connection to nature. Good point, Self University. Good point, bro. Cynical says different environments can produce a different smell. A suburb without any apartment buildings, train stops, or a lot of pollution, it will smell differently than the busiest areas in Manhattan. That's true. That's a great point. I'm glad you expounded on that. Thank you, Sin. That's true. When you don't have a lot of that traffic in a certain environment, it does smell. The smell is different. That's true. Even when you do have that stuff in the environment, it smells different. Yeah, shout out to all the new people in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the new supporters. Make sure y'all double tap y'all screens. Make sure y'all double tap y'all screens and hit the like button. Double tap y'all screens and hit the like button. And the reason why we're going to cover this today is because one of the first things Donald Trump said in his inauguration speech, right? Listen to that smell by Leonard Skinard. Leonard Skinard. That's how you pronounce that, Bob? Okay. That's a song? That smell? Okay. I got you. The reason why I want to talk about this because one of the first things that Donald Trump spoke about in his inauguration speech was he was going to make this country a safe place for Americans again. It's one of the first things he said he want to focus on. He want to focus on the safety of the American people. We have a right to feel safe in our country. And that's safe from any type of threat, foreign or domestic. This is what Donald Trump said. And this is why he stressed that the military is going to get stronger again, and that any foreign threat or domestic threat will be deleted. And Donald Trump is not playing. Why do y'all think he's going so hard with these deportations? Because again, remember when we did the show about Tom Homan, the border czar, right? We show videos of these ICE raids, right? And on these ICE raids, they weren't just arresting people. A lot of these illegals were selling drugs, were selling guns, were selling fentanyl. A lot of them were involved in human trafficking. A lot of these people that got arrested were criminals. And they weren't just criminals here, they was criminals in their country too. You see? So when it comes to public safety, the safety of the people, do y'all know that there's Americans who says they haven't felt safe since before 9/11? This is how real it is, y'all. There's Americans who haven't felt safe in this country since before 9/11, 2001. Do y'all know there's Americans who are afraid still to this day from that day? And look how much stuff done happened from 9/11, 2001 until now. Until now. You have Americans who have been scared shitless from that time until now. They're still afraid. They still think somebody's going to come back to this country and bomb something because of what happened in 9/11. There's people who still walk around believing this. Whether we all found out it was such and such or whatever, that still doesn't take away the fear of a lot of Americans. Whether it was staged, whatever we believe, we still cannot discount the fear of a lot of Americans about a terrorist attack, whether foreign or right here on our soil. There are Americans who are afraid of this stuff. This is why the people who crossed over and voted for Trump, I believe that's some of the reasons why. I really believe that. What up, T Church? What's good, bro? He says, to be honest, I'm one of those people. Wow. See? Shout out to my man T Church in the building. See? He says he feels we're too open now. He thinks that this country can easily be attacked. And this is what BRICS was planning to do. If Kamala Harris won that election, all them countries that make up BRICS, they was going to attack this country. They were going to attack this country. They are already murmurs and have been murmurs for a couple of years now that they're blaming China for releasing COVID on us. There's a lot of people who believe that COVID was a biochemical weapon that they released on the American people. This is what a lot of people believe. A lot of people believe that they tried to use COVID to wipe Americans out. A lot of people believe this. A lot of people believe this. See, what y'all got to understand is a lot of Americans didn't feel safe. The entire Obama administration, the entire Biden administration, Americans did not feel safe. They did not feel safe. Because it wasn't a man sitting in that chair executing order, standing on business, not caring what the people in the other countries think. This is why a lot of people crossed over and voted for Trump, because they need somebody to stand on business for this country. Do y'all know this country was getting ready to be a wasteland? L'Oreal says, true, it can easily be attacked. She says, yep, I believe that with the quickness, attack. That's what they were going to do. Trump MAGA milk. That's kind of mook, but okay. Ever heard of people dying from THCA by demonic possession? No. Matter of fact, somebody give this guy Uber. This guy's a weirdo. Somebody just give him a nice Uber. Give him a nice Uber X. Somebody give him a Uber X. He's a weirdo. Hey, and I see you, Grad. How you doing? She says yes, because Trump was getting ready to tariff China right before the vid outbreak. Trump? Trump was going to tariff China. Oh, so you saying, that's what you say. Okay, I get what you're saying now. You're saying that China threw the vid on us because Trump was getting ready to hit them with a tariff. So that's true. So we should blame Trump for COVID. God damn. God damn. Hey, NICU grad. That's a reach. That's a reach. That's a reach. She's saying that we could blame Trump for COVID because Trump was getting ready to hit China with the tariffs, so they hit us with COVID. Nah, that's a reach. That's a reach. That's a reach. It's better with Trump. Exactly. Why you think they want us in party mode? Right. Right. That's why they want us in party mode. It's easy to wipe people out. She says, no, it's all warfare. Okay. I got you. I got you. So let's speak on this new bill that the House made in Mississippi. Because this comes from a bill. I know y'all probably like Mississippi Insane's plan to hire bounty hunters. Y'all probably think it's something negative, right? So let's pull up the article before we pull up the bill, because I got a copy of the bill this time, y'all. Oh, yeah. I got a copy of the bill. But let's read this article first. Let's read the article. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Double tap y'all screens. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button on the way in, y'all. What up, Zuma? Shout out to my guy, Zuma Duma. He says, to be honest, I'm not a huge Trump supporter, but the visceral hatred for him reeks of some kind of counterintelligence program. Bro, I'm the same way, bro. It's like a media onslaught. It's like a media onslaught against this guy and his entire administration. It's like, goddamn, Obama didn't have this much hatred. And he was the first black president, quote unquote. Let me put quotes on that. Quote unquote, Obama was the first black president. He didn't receive this much goddamn hate. It's like a media onslaught. It's like it's like an article comes out about what Trump did or what Trump is about to execute, and then another article comes right behind it saying that, oh, he's a liar. Oh, we're used to him not doing anything. It's like, come on. What is going on here? Where y'all getting these stories from? How much y'all paying these people to come up with these goddamn stories and so fast? They come out like this. The propaganda about Trump comes out just as fast as the goddamn news clips. It's like, okay, he just did that. Oh, nah, he ain't doing that. Here go Jasmine Crockett. Here goes somebody else. It's like, is this stuff orchestrated? Like, was this stuff orchestrated? Because it's like this. It's like tit for tat. I'm like, damn, they didn't even do this to Obama. He was the first quote unquote black president. This is crazy. This is another reason why I don't understand why y'all keep trying to play the race card. Trump is America's most hated president next to goddamn John F. Kennedy. Why y'all keep playing this race card? When white America hates Trump. Y'all don't see this? They hate him. Why y'all keep playing the race card? Why y'all keep playing the race card? It's right in your face. Race has nothing to do with it. It's about the agenda. It's about the agenda. Zuma says, even overseas, I'm getting hit with anti-Trump propaganda. Like, dog, come on, bro. Come on, bro. See, they even pushing that shit y'all way. They even pushing that shit y'all way, man. That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, I can't stand Jasmine Crockett, L'Oreal. She's disgusting. She's disgusting. Club says, and it makes no sense considering that he was a well-liked millionaire before the presidency. Exactly. Everybody in the industry wanted to do business with Donald Trump. Now he's a politician. He's evil. That's crazy. But let's get into this article, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. I appreciate y'all. Let's get into the article. This is by The Hill. It says Mississippi bill would pay bounty hunters to catch immigrants without legal status. Y'all see that? This is how you know that Trump and his administration is standing on their word. Our focus is, one, the safety of the American people from foreign or domestic threat. Y'all see this? They even pushing some of the work to the bounty hunters out in Mississippi. A Mississippi district attorney proposed new legislation Wednesday to pay bounty hunters a reward for helping to deport immigrants in the country illegally. Quick detour, y'all. Who ever heard of a guy named Big Homie CC? New internet guy. He's been blowing up all over the internet. He really blew up when he did the interview. When he was did the interview on Real Life Street Stars, and he sat on the couch with Jaguar Wright, and they both was going back and forth, and a lot of stuff Jaguar Wright was saying, Big Homie CC was agreeing with it. Big Homie CC is not, see, y'all think Big Homie CC is just a security guard for rappers. No, Big Homie CC is a bounty hunter. This is why, if you watch Big Homie CC's interview on Cam Capone, he tells you how he works with a task force that goes around and arrests guys who are running drug trafficking and sex rings. Where do you think the drugs and these illegal girls who are being smuggled into this country, where you think they're coming from? They're coming from across the border. So you even got guys like Big Homie CC that's working with the government to get these illegals out of our country. See, y'all, see, Big Homie CC found a way to become famous. So you really don't focus on him being a bounty hunter. You just be focused on him saying what he's saying about these rappers. But he's a bounty hunter. Him and Dugal, those are bounty hunters. Why do you think he said that he got a tip from one of his partners that Adam 22 at No Jumper is running a sex trafficking ring? And he's hiding his acts through making corn. Because you know him and his wife are corn. They're not only are they corn stars, they're also corn producers. They produce their own corn and put it out on their website and make money as well. Adam, I told y'all, Adam 16, he's a freak. He likes 16-year-olds. That's why his name's Adam 16. Yeah, Adam 22 is a freak. He's a freak ball. Like they say in Philly, he's a freak ball. He's a real freak. He's a freaky man. He's freaky. That's why he like to watch other men have sex with his wife, because he's a freaky man. He's a freaky lizard. Yeah. So Big Homie CC said that he got a tip from one of his partners that Adam 22 is running a sex ring at No Jumper. This stuff is real, y'all. And where y'all think these girls that be in these clubs, y'all don't notice all the video models look the same? They all Spanish now. All the video girls are Spanish. All the video models, the top video models, they Spanish. Where you think they coming from? They're being trafficked. They're being trafficked. They're being trafficked, y'all. This stuff is for real. Why you think they shutting down hip hop? Why you think Donald Trump and the feds is shutting down hip hop? Because hip hop, and what I found out is hip hop has been a front for drug smuggling and sex trafficking. That's what hip hop is. It's a cover-up. All of them execs. Why you think when Diddy got indicted, everybody retired? Everybody in the industry left. They disappeared because they all Geppettos. They all sexual deviants. And they're a part of a sex trafficking network. They're a part of a network. Why you think they be out there on Star Island in Miami? See, Star Island was where the niggas play. The freaky niggas. The boule. That's where the boule play. The boule play on Star Island. Not Epstein's Island. They get to play on their island too. They got an island. It's called Star Island. This is where Diddy had all of his Diddy parties. On Star Island and in the Hamptons. Come on. This is what they trying to nail Diddy on. Sex trafficking. Sex trafficking. This is real. And this is ran by the cartels. It's ran by immigrants. This is why Trump is not playing and he's getting them out of here. He's not playing with them. And he's going to unleash every force on them. This is why I wanted to bring y'all today's show. To show y'all that Trump is not playing. He's doing what he's saying. He's executing what he's saying. Diddy was the Black Epstein. Facts. Shout out to Victor Meyer. Yes, sir. Shout out to King Sight. Salute, bro. Hope all is well, Brody. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Shout out to Larry Vaughn in the building. Now, look. It says, a Mississippi district attorney proposed new legislation Monday to pay bounty hunters a reward for helping to deport immigrants in the country illegally. DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton announced his support for House Bill 1484, authored by State Representative Justin Keene, a Republican. Who cares? See, who cares about this stuff? The Republicans do. See, because the Democrats are the ones who opened the goddamn doors. This, right, Mayor Adams and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? Who wants to clean up America? The Republicans. This is something I'm learning, y'all. Y'all could be mad at me all y'all want. Authored by State Representative Justin Keene, Republican, which would create the illegal alien certified bounty hunter program. Y'all hear the name of it? The illegal alien certified bounty hunter program. We've seen firsthand the danger posed by bad actors and violent criminals who enter this country illegally, like the innocent life of Laken Riley, Keene said in a statement. President Trump's administration has made it clear that deporting illegal immigrants is a priority, and we are proud to do our part here in Mississippi to help support his agenda and protect our citizens. Keene and Barton suggested offering a $1,000 reward to registered bounty hunters for each successful deportation they help facilitate, which would be funded by the General Assembly and administered by the state treasurer, according to press release from his office. When President Trump took office this week, he immediately recognized the emergency at our borders, rolling out executive orders to combat illegal immigration and cartels. Didn't I tell y'all? This is a cartel problem. Didn't I tell y'all this? Remember when we first started talking about fentanyl? Where did I tell y'all it was coming from? The cartels. This legislation builds upon that foundation, empowering local leaders and communities to support federal efforts in protecting our citizens. That's the article. See, I told y'all. And now you're having states get on board with Trump. See, you didn't have this during the Biden administration. Getting on board to help with making America a better place for its citizens. Not allowing us to walk around and look like a goddamn circus. That's what the Democrats had America looking like, a goddamn circus. The Universal Soul Circus. Hey, Lynette, how you doing? Lynette says, so we're not going to get mad at the corporation that hires them, just like the farmer South Dakota. Nope. No. NICU Grad says, but why are they hiring bounty hunters when they can just give current law enforcement the power to arrest on ICE violations? Because bounty hunters jurisdiction stretch far. They have certain jurisdictions that regular police officers don't have. NICU Grad. Regular police officers cannot move around like a bounty hunter. A bounty hunter could go from county to county. They can move around because they have the clearance to move around. Regular police officers can't do that. You see? Regular police officers can't do this, NICU Grad. And remember, if they was to do that, NICU Grad, they would have to create a whole nother goddamn budget, because you know them cops gonna want to get paid way extra money. See, they only talking about paying the bounty hunters $1,000 extra for helping ICE, for helping them. You see? So it's not that they going out and doing ICE's job. They're helping. They're a helping hand. And whoever they help facilitate an arrest, each officer get an extra $1,000. If they was to do that for the police department, you know how much money they have to allocate? You know they're going to want a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of overtime, NICU Grad. You know that. Victor says, Americans need to realize some South and Central American countries' whole government is a cartel. Say that again. Say that again, Victor. Like Colombia. Like Colombia. Like Venezuela. Yeah. That's a fact. What's up, Kai? What's going on? Kai H. Lynette says, so they're not going after Brett Favre for welfare fraud. I didn't hear about that, Lynette. I didn't hear about that. I might have to look that up. Span says, LOL, what are you talking about? America looks like more like a circus now. Just look outside your house. Matter of fact, Spoon or Spawn, whatever you call yourself, just go to go down to your local schoolhouse and watch the kids come outside and go to the bus. The corporations that hire illegals should be held accountable. Yes, they should. And they will be. They will be. They will be, Victor. Of course, they will be. And they're gonna be held. They're gonna get dealt with a heavy hand. They're gonna get dealt with a heavy hand. Zuma says bounty hunters have limited jurisdiction, so they can go so they can go to different locations. Facts. Facts. Police are confined to certain areas. Exactly. Exactly, L'Oreal. Shout out to my man King Sight, man. Big homie Cece and Dugal, the guys. Yeah, they gang. Yeah, they be talking about it. Yeah, they just ain't bounty hunters. I know, King Sight. I know. I know. Which make those guys the perfect type of guys to be in that line of work, King Sight. I listen to those guys. I know those guys are serious guys, King Sight. Those are some serious guys in Chicago. They're serious in Chicago. Don't nobody play with them. Don't nobody play with those guys. Those are some serious guys. From what I hear and from what I watch from them dudes. But they really out here doing, they doing good work out here in the streets. They're not out here promoting gang banging. They're not out here spending on no ops or none of that. They actually protecting the country. They actually on a higher level than most dudes from the hood, So let's get to the bill. This is House Bill 1484, the Mississippi House Bill. We got some of it pulled up. I don't know if this is the entire bill, but I have up until Section 5, a little part of Section 5 was what I can grab. So let's go over this real quick. And then we're going to wrap up today's show, y'all. So make sure y'all support the show. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Double tap y'all screens, man. I know that these type of shows is not popular for a lot of y'all because a lot of y'all don't like to do a lot of reading and stuff. So we're going to wrap this up in a minute, but support the show, y'all. Double tap y'all screens and hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. It says Mississippi Legislature, House Bill 1484, an act to create the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program, to provide definitions for, to authorize bail, bond agents, and surety agents to enter the program, to create the crime of illegal trespass by an illegal alien, to bring forward sections 8335, 3925, 833929, and 833931, Mississippi Code of 1972, which provide for all bail agents and penalties for skipping bail for purposes of amendment and for related purposes, be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Mississippi. Section 1. For the purposes of this act, the following words shall have the meanings described herein. A, certified bounty hunter means a person who possesses a valid, unexpired license as a bail bond agent, general bail bond agent, or surety recovery agent, and is certified under this act to find and detain illegal aliens in this state. B, department means the Department of Public Safety. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? This is about public safety. Didn't I tell y'all this? Didn't I tell y'all these fake OGs who be coming home from jail acting like, oh, I'm coming to right my wrongs and I'm coming back to clean my community. This is where they get the money from, y'all. They get the money from the police, just in case you didn't know. Because the money is about what? The Department of Public Safety. This is where they get the money from. They come up with these programs, the so-called stop gang violence and all of that. C, illegal alien means a person who is not lawfully present in the United States as defined and described under 8 USC section 1101. Life imprisonment means imprisonment for the duration of a person's natural life. E, peace officer means a duly certified law enforcement officer of a municipality, county, the state, or a political subdivision of the state. Okay, we up to 2. A person commits the offense of trespass by an illegal alien if such person, see, they breaking the whole thing down. A, is an illegal alien. B, knowingly enters this state and remains in this state. And C, is physically present in this state at the time a licensed bounty hunter or a peace officer apprehends such person. 3, A, the offense of trespass by an illegal alien under this section is a felony for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment. You see, Donald Trump is not playing. Donald Trump not playing. Didn't I tell y'all playtime's over? I keep telling y'all this. Playtime's over. Y'all heard what I just read, right? When these bounty hunters catch these illegal aliens, guess what happens to them? They get life in prison. Life imprisonment. This is the bill. I'm reading the House bill. If y'all just coming in, today's show is about the Mississippi House Bill 1484. This House bill gives legal authority for bounty hunters to go after illegal aliens. Trump is not playing, y'all. He's not playing with them. And he shouldn't play with them. Shout out to Elisino in the building. Salute, champion. Salute. Kai H says, my comment was support for DS1. I think you misunderstood, Scorpio. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking to me. So let's read that again. Let's read that again. Just in case y'all don't understand. Let's read it again. NICU Grad says, my concern is that it's easy to violate constitutional law using bounty hunters. No, it's not. No, it's not, NICU Grad. But then again, I don't know what level of protect do illegals have. Illegals don't have any protection. You think illegals should have protection? And bounty hunters does not violate constitutional law. That's false. They do not violate constitutional law. Let me read this again. Because you probably I'm reading your comment late. So you probably understand now that I done read this. But let me read this again. A, certified bounty hunter means a person who possesses a valid unexpired license as a bail bond agent, general bail bond agent, or surety recovery agent, is certified under this act. They're certified under this act, this bill, House Bill 1484, to find and detain illegal aliens in this state. So how they violating the Constitution? When they have a bill to make it lawful, how are they violating the Constitution? How are they violating the Constitution? How does an illegal have any rights in a country that they don't belong in? Just make that make sense for me. A person commits the offense of trespass by an illegal alien if for such person is A, an illegal alien, B, knowingly enters this state and remains in this state, and C, is physically present in this state at the time a licensed bounty hunter or peace officer apprehends such person. So peace officers are allowed to do this as well in Mississippi. Not just bounty hunters, but peace officers as well. Three, the offense of trespass by an illegal alien under this section is a felony for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without eligibility for probation, parole, conditional release, or release except by act of the governor or the natural death of such person. So when these illegals get caught, they're going to jail for life. They never coming out. And why y'all have a problem with this? Y'all forgot that the basketball player girl, Brittany Griner, she got caught with a blunt. Where was that at? In Russia somewhere? Where Brittany Griner got locked up at, y'all? For having a blunt. Y'all sitting here crying about what we gonna do to some illegals, but y'all don't talk about what happens to us when we go to these other countries. They don't have no goddamn mercy on us. They had this girl locked up for a bag of weed. Where she was at? L'Oreal says in Russia. See, it was in Russia. They call her with a blunt. She a basketball player. All these new athletes smoke weed. They call her with a blunt in Russia and kidnap that fucking girl. But y'all don't got nothing to say about that. But y'all trying to find how this is illegal for illegals. That don't even make sense. How's something going to be unconstitutional for an illegal alien? The Constitution wasn't written for illegal aliens. Why y'all not talking about how these countries do Americans? Why y'all want to be so merciful on people when people ain't got no mercy on us? This is the shit that kills me with y'all. This shit kills me with you people. Now all of a sudden you want to be so goddamn godly when it's time to exercise authority. When it's time to exercise authority. Oh, are you sure we're not taking advantage of people? Are you sure we're doing the people right? Shut up. They kept that girl locked up for a blunt. She had a goddamn vape cart. They kept that girl locked up. Which I got this. Was that unconstitutional? Was that unconstitutional? They kept that girl locked up for a fucking vape cart. Kept her in jail. Kidnapped her. An American citizen, Brittany Griner. And she was a celebrity. They said, we don't care if you a goddamn basketball player in America. Sit your ass in jail. Because this is how we operate in our country. Why you Americans ain't had nothing to say about that? Why you Americans didn't have no goddamn problem with that? But y'all gonna sit here and question some shit that's going on in a few goddamn states away from you. This shit going on in Mississippi. Oh, are you sure this is right? What? But But did you say it was wrong when they kept that girl locked up for a goddamn vape card? To try to make an example out of Americans. What y'all had to say about that? Huh? This is the problem with Americans. You ain't got no American pride. This your goddamn country. Oh, so we could go anywhere in the world and they could treat us like shit. And the excuse is, oh, well, we got to accept it because we is Americans. Oh, but we can't treat them any kind of way when they're in our country. Do you know in the UK, you can look this up. There's videos on YouTube. When Americans go over to the UK citizens, they be spitting on us. Look it up. Look it up. They be spitting on us when we go over there to the UK. When we go over there to Britain and all that, they be spitting on Americans. Get out of here. Get out of my country. They got videos of this. But you soft ass them. Is that right? Are you sure they following the book? What? Go to UK and they're spit in your face. What you gonna say then? When you go to another country and they violate you and you can't run to their government and say shit. Americans go over there and get spit on. Who they could run and call? You think they could run to the police? Look it up. It's videos of it. If you think I'm lying, if you think DS1 is just exaggerating, look it up. It's videos. Get out of my country. That's what they tell us. Get out of here. You don't belong here, and will attack you. This goes on in other countries to Americans. Oh, but we want to make sure that they feel comfortable. Shut up. Shut up. That's not the American way. All of this tiptoeing and shit around other people's feelings. And these people coming in our country unaliving us. But we need to tiptoe. Oh, are we following the book? That don't even make no sense. Are we following the book? Oh, so you just gonna let them keep killing us? Talking about, are we following the book? While fentanyl is killing thousands of people a year. Are we following the book? Are we doing it right though? Because they got rights too. In a country that they don't fucking belong in, they got rights. In a country that's not theirs, they have rights. Listen to that dumb shit that you Americans like to say. That you won't dare go to another country and say. When you go to Thailand, you don't tell them, oh, I got rights. They'll tell you, not in this country. Take your ass home. That's what they'll tell you. That's what they'll tell your American ass, to go back home if you want some rights. Over here, you do what we say. Why y'all don't operate like that with foreigners that come to America, that come to your country? Why you don't operate with them like that? Because that's wrong, says who? I don't have to be nice to a foreigner. Why? Because when I'm in their country, guess what they trying to do? Scam me out some money. Trying to sell me some shit that don't even work. Oh, but we got to go by the book with them. Let's go by the book. Are we following the Constitution? Are we following the Constitution? You people are crazy, man. You people crazy, man. You people are nuts. Y'all in La La Land. Y'all think y'all playing Candy Crush, man. Y'all think this shit is a game when people are dying. People dying from fentanyl. Babies. Did y'all? Oh, so y'all didn't hear about the story of the black woman who was running a goddamn daycare center and had bricks of fentanyl hiding in the daycare, and it killed one of the little babies. Oh, so y'all ain't hear about that. But we need to deal with these people with kid gloves while children are dying. Go and look the story up. A daycare owner was hiding drugs in her goddamn daycare, and it killed one of the babies because it was fentanyl. She didn't know. She thought she was Tasha from Power. She thought she was Tasha from Power, hiding bricks in the daycare. Killed one of the babies. Oh, so we need to deal with them by the book while they killing kids. Right. Right. Only Americans think this way. You go to other countries, they'll cut your head off. You do something to a child. But over here, we got to follow the book. What the book say? Only Americans. You new Americans too. What up, Jay Smart? What up, Eric Ford? What's good, man? The Four Horsemen says because American farms are losing billions with immigrants leaving the U.S. Shut up. Shut up. We got enough American farmers. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. Our people be coming in here just thinking y'all sounding smart and be sounding stupid. So America we don't have enough farmers to feed Americans. Shut up. Shut up. Fool. Not one daycare, but I believe it was 3 daycares hiding bricks, killing babies. Oh, but what about the Constitution? You people are nuts. You people crazy, man. You people are crazy. These people crazy, bro. These people crazy, bro. These people crazy, bro. The people who pick the food, dummy. Oh, so you think only foreigners pick our food, dummy? So you think everybody who work at the FDA and the USDA and all of that shit surrounding our food are all immigrants, dummy? And the ones that's getting sent out of the country, dummy, are illegal aliens. We not just sending people back who are here legally, dummy. Y'all act like Donald Trump is shipping everybody out who Puerto Rican. If y'all don't shut y'all dumbasses up, so everybody who's Dominican, they got to go back home. Shut up. That's not what's happening. These are illegal aliens. Let me read the definition for y'all again. Because y'all like to get in y'all feelings and start acting like teenagers. And y'all like saying dumb shit. Like it's only Mexican people who picking our goddamn food. Y'all sound stupid. Y'all sound stupid. Y'all people crazy, man. Y'all gotta start thinking. Then y'all want to come in here with an attitude because y'all anti-Trump. And you don't even know what you're talking about. Cuzzo says large commercial farming is losing people, which I'm okay with. Exactly. Exactly. Because we understand that the large commercial farming use pesticides and spraying the goddamn vegetables. These people weirdos, man. What's up, Melanin in Mind? Salute. Y'all people crazy, man. Yo, bro, these people crazy, bro. And if you notice, the things that you fear, a lot of these people think don't matter. When these are the things that matter to us the most, because it directly impacts us. And these people think it's not a problem. They think illegal aliens being in our country is not a problem. They think that it's not a problem. This is how crazy we are. This is how crazy we are. Zuma says also commercial farming, we're getting subsidies from the government. So thank you. Thank you, Zuma. Thank you. They was getting subsidies from the government and poisoning the goddamn crops. Spraying all the pesticides. Go and look it up. You ever heard of Monsanto? You ever heard of Monsanto? Yeah, that's from commercial farming. Look it up, Monsanto. Go look up that case and all the people that are affected and all the kids it done affected. What y'all talking about, man? Y'all don't know what y'all be talking about. If y'all gonna come in here with an argument, I'm gonna let y'all know. You better have ammo. Don't come in here trying to argue with a Dillinger. Y'all like trying to come in here and argue with me with a Dillinger. Oh, all I need is one shot. I'm going to debunk everything he say. Once I say this, what about this? Come on, man. Come on, man. You're not dealing with a blogger. This is content. You're dealing with a content creator. I'm not a blogger. Okay? I'm not a blogger. What up, Jay Smart? Jay Smart says, Sheep State Sleep TV, can you imagine what this country's economy would be if black farmers were given the same subsidies to run the food supply chain? It will be a win-win for everybody. Any feedback? It will be a win-win for everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even if they don't let us black Americans run the food supply chain, at least deal with the smaller farmers. Give the subsidies to the right farmers. It doesn't have to. We don't have to have a commercial farming. We don't have to do that. And they will spend less money if they was to deal with the local farmers. And we will have real organic stuff. And if they was to give the subsidies to those people, Jay Smart, the prices at the farmers markets will be cheaper. Then more of their products could be put in supermarkets. And they don't have to sell it at a high price. You won't have to pay $5 for a bundle of organic bananas. This commercial stuff been, man, listen, man. Man, listen, man. Man, listen. Zuma says the dumb folks is why I'm out that joint. See, hey, Zuma, this is what I notice about y'all generation. Y'all generation is on some stuff like, listen, we already see what's coming down the pipe for us. It's not looking good. We're out of here. And I respect that, bro. I really do. I really do. I respect the shit out of y'all generation. For real. Y'all get out the way. Y'all do whatever y'all got to do, whatever that is. Stack y'all bread up. Pew, I'm out. Because I'm not dealing with this. It's too much people around that's not gonna help and assist. So let me get on out the way. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that, bro. And it's a lot of Zoomers that's doing what my brother Zuma Duma doing, man, and has done. A lot of them. Saudi says, shout out to Saudi Tate. He says, farmers and truckers is America's backbone. Facts, 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 facts. That's a fact. That's a fact, sir. Any merchandise that's brought into this country, it is put on a truck. That's a fact. Whether it's brought here across the water, out the air, that shit is put on a truck. That's a fact, bro. Shout out to Saudi Tate. That's a fact. I can't disagree with that. Everything we use, wear, whatever, that shit come off a truck, y'all. It come off a truck. Once it come to the shipping yard, it hits a truck. That shit hit a truck, y'all. So we always got to salute our truckers. Always. Let's get back to reading this bill. Let's get back to reading this bill. It says 3A. The offense of trespass by an illegal alien under this section is a felony for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without the eligibility for probation, parole, conditional release, or release except by act of the governor or the natural death of such person. B, the provisions of this section shall not apply if the federal government enters into a written agreement with the department to take such person into custody, and within 24 hours of such person being committed to the custody of the federal government, deport such person. 4, a person who commits the offense of trespass by an illegal alien shall be forever disqualified from. See, Trump is not playing. We're not going to take your visa for 5 years and then you could come back. No, you will forever be disqualified from A, registering and voting in any election under the laws of this state. B, securing any certificate or registration or authority, permit, or license to drive under the laws of this state. C, applying for or receiving any state or local public benefits offered by this state or political subdivision of this state. And D, becoming a legal resident of this state. Now, let's rewind a little bit. Remember when all them illegals came into New York? What was the New Yorkers complaining about? What was the New Yorkers complaining about? Not just them being dirty and nasty, right? Not them just being dirty and nasty. Not them just being violent. But they also came here and got benefits. They was getting off a goddamn truck, getting an apartment, getting a rent paid. If they wasn't getting apartments, they were able to stay in nice top-notch hotels with the goddamn hotel bill paid up for the next 3 months. They was getting food stamps, food stamp card on fleek. They getting cash benefits too. Then they could go get the clothing voucher for their kids. When you got people who lived in New York all their goddamn life and been trying to get some goddamn food stamps, they couldn't get no food stamps. You got people that buy goddamn food stamps. These people was coming off the goddamn boat getting $6,000. And y'all don't have a problem with them being here? You think you could take your black ass to another country and they start giving you food stamps and they give you somewhere for you and your children to lay your head for free? Where you gonna take your black ass and your kids in another? Where? Tell me where. But you got a problem with them being sent back home? You don't have these luxuries in their country. This is what bugs me out with y'all. You just let anybody in your house. Hey, come on in. I don't understand this shit. But look at what this Mississippi House bill is saying. That you don't get no benefits. You can't get a driver's license. You can't get an ID. Because you know what those things actually prove? It proves residency. And see, what a lot of y'all don't understand is once you can prove residency, you can apply for benefits. See, y'all, this is why I'm starting to understand why y'all disagree. Y'all don't understand this stuff. You don't understand this. These illegals was coming here, hiding out for a few months, getting mail sent to an address to establish residency. Then they use that address and go down to the DMV and get an ID. Now they got an ID. They go to the welfare office and get them food stamps and them vouchers. Now you got Spanish music playing through your goddamn house every Saturday. Ding 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 ding. You don't notice all your goddamn neighbors are Spanish? When last time you had a black neighbor? Ding 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 ding. You break law when you can't have a immigrant's rights. There are immigrant rights, PX squared, but they're only rights for legal immigrants. See, y'all just keep making these blanket statements. This is why I disqualify what y'all say, because y'all not being specific. Yes, it's unlawful to not have rights for immigrants in a country, but these immigrants have to be legal. Legal immigrants. PH squared. Legal, meaning they went through the proper process to be here. That's when those laws apply to them. Don't know immigrant laws apply to illegals. That's why it's called illegal. When something's illegal, you're breaking the law. So what are you talking about? Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop. You got to stop, man. Do you think the government has bounty hunters? No, they are private companies in the U.S. Thanks for telling me. Thanks. I know about Blackwater. I know about the private contractors. I know about them. Blackwater is one of them, one of the biggest ones. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it. Victor Moya says, definition of all of that welfare money from the vouchers back to their country of origin. Exactly. Saudi Tate says, let's not talk about the small business grants they get. They be balling under the radar for years. Bingo. Bingo. Shout out to the tribe. The tribe says this has been an eye-opening broadcast. Shout out to you, the tribe. Salute. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Where? Where in the Constitution does they protect undocumented immigrants? Where? Where? What section? Give me the section. Because y'all like to say dumb shit. Again, y'all like to say dumb shit. No, Blackwater is a private military company that takes contracts from the government to knock people off. You said they're called companies. They're not called bounty hunters, right? So I just named you a company, Blackwater. That's one of them. And they act just like bounty hunters, except a lot of them are ex-military guys. Just like most bounty hunters, a lot of bounty hunters are ex-military. That's what those guys are. hey, T Church. Hey, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, club. These guys need to do instead of these guys trying to come in and trying to teach, they need to go and learn more. See, that's the problem with people on the internet. The problem with people on the internet is they use the internet to teach and not learn nothing. So they like to come on the internet and come in chat rooms and just talk what they think they know instead of using the internet to learn. Instead of using the internet to learn, they try to come up here and try to teach everybody everything because they think they know shit. Because this is what the internet has done to people. This is what the internet has done to people, man. A lot of these people that's in here talking shit get their information from TikTok. They don't even read. A lot of these people don't even read articles. They don't even read articles. These people watch TikTok and shit like that. That's what a lot of these people do. DS1, a Bell's bondsman is a bounty hunter. Absolutely. It said it right in this House bill, Scorpio. They described what a bounty hunter is. It's basically governmental murder for hire. Exactly, Zuma. Come on, bro. Headline jump. That's all they doing. Let's continue, man. Let's continue. Let's continue. 4, a person who commits this offense of trespass by an illegal alien. I'm sitting here reading this stuff. Y'all not even understanding what y'all hearing. A person who commits the offense of trespass by an illegal alien. These are for illegals, illegal immigrants. This stuff is for people who are here who did not do their paperwork. Illegal aliens shall be forever disqualified from registering and voting in any election under the laws of this state. B, securing any certificate or registration or authority, permit, or license to drive under the laws of this state. C, applying for or receiving any state or local public benefit offered by this state or a political subdivision of this state. And D, becoming a legal resident of this state. This is what Mississippi is doing. Imagine how many other states getting ready to follow up with this. 5, each person who is apprehended under this section shall provide a DNA sample under the same procedures for collecting a DNA sample described By law. By law. Don't argue with me, nigga. Don't argue with me. By law. 6A. The department shall develop and maintain an information system that operates at all times and provides various means to receive and maintain reports of violations of this act. They're not playing. The various means of receiving such reports shall include, but are not limited to, a toll-free telephone hotline, an email address, and an online reporting portal. So you can even report these illegals in Mississippi. The department shall periodically publicize the hotline telephone number, email address, internet web address, and any other means by which the department may receive such reports. B, a person who makes a report under this section may choose to remain anonymous until the person affirmatively consents to having the person identity disclosed. C, the information system shall be staffed by 65 off-duty peace officers, retired peace officers, and any other peace officer deemed qualified by the department to staff the information system. They not playing, y'all. They setting up a whole system for this stuff in states. D, if an illegal alien is arrested and imprisoned under this section as a result of a report to the information system, the person who made the report shall be eligible to receive a reward of $1,000 for providing such report. And 7, the department shall develop and implement the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program, which is hereby created to certify applicants to the program as certified bounty hunters for the purposes of finding and detaining illegal aliens in this state under this section. B, the program shall be administered by the department under the following application and certification procedures. A person who possesses a valid, see, they're breaking it down again. They're breaking it down again. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I read it all. It looked like they just copied it over. But y'all see what's going on, right? This is what's going on right in Mississippi, y'all, right now. They're not playing with this illegal stuff, y'all. Shout out to Donald Trump and to the Trump administration for making sure our safety as American citizens is at the top of the list. It's at the top of the list. Priorities to make sure the people here are safe. Make sure the people here are safe, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Salute to everyone. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Also, if you would like to financially support the show, you can hit me up at Cash App $DS100 Network, DS100 Network on Cash App, or you can hit me up on Venmo at Sheep Stay Sleep TV. That's at Sheep Stay Sleep TV on Venmo. Shout out to everyone for being here. Salute to my lovely lady mods for coming through. Salute to everyone, man. Salute to everyone. The Constitution should protect rights, not crimes. Exactly. Shout out to everyone, man. I appreciate y'all. We will be back tomorrow with another one. Y'all stay tuned. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.